Green energy security refers to the reliable and sustainable provision of energy through environmentally friendly and renewable sources. This concept combines the principle of energy security to ensuring a stable continuous supply of energy with the environmental benefit of green energy. Net present value (NPV) is an important financial measure that determines an investment profitability by calculating the difference between the present value of cash inflow and outflow. A positive NPV implies that traditional investment can be successful. Malaysia's investment in electric public transportation networks serve as a strong example. Upgrading the city bus network to electric cars experiences large upfront expenses for purchasing new buses and establishing charging infrastructure. The article contends that net present value (NPV) is a useful tool for analyzing the financial viability of energy efficiency investment, but it has some limitations that must carefully considered. One key obstacle is estimating future energy costs, which fluctuate due to weather patterns, geopolitical events, and global economic conditions. Furthermore, the discount rate used in NPV calculation is essential. A higher rate lowers the NPV, while lower rate increase it, influencing the investment appeal. Long-term forecasts, which are frequently required for this program, raise the uncertainty in projecting future saving. Regulatory and policy changes can have a significant impact on financial outcome, adding an element of uncertainty. Here are some specific concerns with net present value for energy efficiency investment. Firstly, net present value sensitivity to discount rate. The discount rate is crucial in financial analysis as it represents the rate at which future cash flow are converted to present value. It essentially determines the current value of future cash flow. A higher discount rate results in a lower net present value (NPV), suggesting a more cautious evaluation of future benefit, while a lower discount rate yields a higher NPV, indicating a more favorable view of those benefits. This variation means that the NPV of energy efficiency investment can significantly change based on the discount rate applied. For instance, with a high discount rate, the present value of anticipated energy savings and cost reduction will be lower, making the investment seem less attractive. The second one is the requirement for precise data. Net present value (NPV) calculation for energy efficiency projects require accurate data on future cash flow, including expected energy and maintenance savings and potential revenue growth. Predicting this data is challenging, particularly for long-term investment, due to uncertainty like variable energy prices, technological advancement, regulatory shift, and market demand changes. This uncertainty makes long-term prediction inherently unreliable, leading to assumptions that may change over time. Consequently, the accuracy of NPV calculation heavily relies on the accuracy of this projection, with incorrect forecasts potentially resulting in misleading NPV estimate and poor investment choices. The third one is the challenge in predicting future energy costs. Several factors, including the global economy and government regulation, have an important effect on energy price, which affect the computation of net present value (NPV) for energy efficiency investment. Economic conditions, inflation, growth rates, and regulatory changes such as subsidies and carbon fees all influence energy costs. Because of this volatility, precisely forecasting future energy price is difficult, resulting in unpredictable cash flow and varying NPV outcomes. As a result, throughout risk management methods such as scenario analysis are critical for navigating this uncertainty and making educated investment decisions that are consistent with industry trends.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Shatafizana Bid Azman. I will continue with objective of the study. The first objective is the article discuss how net present value, which is NPV, serves as a critical method for evaluating energy efficiency investment. NPV discuss how to evaluate energy efficiency investment by calculating the present value of future cash flows, adding in comparing profitability and prioritizing projects. The next objective is explain the challenges associated with using NPV to evaluate energy efficiency investment. NPV's effectiveness is hindered by uh, unpredictable future energy costs and the influence of varying discount rates, complicated accurate financial assessments. The third objective is discuss how sensitivity analysis can be used to assess the robustness of an energy efficiency investment to changes in the discount rate or other factors. Sensitivity analysis tests how changes in key variables affects NPV, ensuring investment remain viable under different scenarios and enhancing decision making. Last objective is argue that NPV is a valuable tool for evaluating energy efficiency investment, but that it is important to be aware of the limitation of NPV and use it in conjunction with other tools. While NPV is essential for profitability assessment, combining it with tools like sensitivity analysis provide a more comprehensive evaluation of investment risk and opportunities. Next part is significance of study. The article provides a synopsis of process management, possible applications to environmentally friendly freight transportation. The authors identify four important domains in which process management is applicable to planning and design, operational management, information management, and lastly leadership and culture. For the first one, planning and design. Planning and design use process management to minimize wasted miles, streamline routes, and optimize delivery schedules. For example, a process manager can create a system to reduce vehicle inactivity and use data analytics for cost-effective road planning. The second one is operational management. Operational management enhance operation with process management for inventory control, real-time shipment tracking, and accident reduction. A process manager can implement systems to cut waste and improve shipment monitoring. For the third one, information management. Information management improves information flow with process management by gathering data, facilitating interdepartmental knowledge sharing, and making better decisions. A process manager should develop systems for up-to-date data exchange and trend analysis. Lastly, leadership and culture. Leadership and culture promote sustainability and continuous improvement with process management. A process manager should set clear goals, provide training, and recognize achievements such as training staff on efficient driving or aiming to reduce carbon emissions by 10% in a year. So, when applying process management to road freight transportation, organizations may encounter additional difficulties. Among those difficulties are the complexity of road freight transportation, the resistance of employees to change, and lastly, the lack of data. Considering these difficulties, process management is a useful tool to improve road freight transportation's environmental performance. Organizations thinking about implementing process management should consider the difficulties in advance and devise a strategy to deal with them. So that's all from me. I'll pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Anissa Maisara. I am the next presenter and I will be explaining about the literature review. So based on my review, the text delve into the significance of net present value, which is NPV, within a project finance, particularly in the context of investment aimed at enhancing energy security amidst market uncertainties. So, the NPV is portrayed as a pivotal metric used to assess the profitability of projects by the comparing the present value of expected cash inflows against outflows over time. So it underscores NPV's roles in the capital budgeting, and investment planning, emphasizing its utility in decision-making process. The discussion expands into explore various factors that impact NPV calculations such as inflation, unforeseen expenses during project execution, and the potential omission of the future tax credits. It contrasts NPV with the alternative metrics like the payback period, which provides a simpler measure of the time required to recover initial investment, but disregards the time of value of money. Moreover, the comparison with the internal rate of return (IRR) underscores NPV reliance on discount rates and its ability to handle complex cash flow scenarios. So, beyond financial metrics, the text broadens its scope to address the implications of energy security investment on sustainability and economic development. So, it highlights the integration of renewable energy sources and the need for thoughtful planning to mitigate financial instability in the future. So, energy production and delivery costs. So, the discussion also touched upon the regulatory and societal implications of ensuring continuous energy supply and infrastructure security. So, overall, the text advocates for a comprehensive approach in evaluating investment proposals, recognizing NPV as a critical but not exclusive determinant of project profitability amidst dynamic economic and environmental landscapes. So that's all for my part for the literature review. So it's me again. I will be presenting about the data analysis. So the data analysis shows Malaysia experienced a notable 4.5 percentage point drop in its benchmark interest rate over a decade, from 5% to 0.5%, with fluctuations along the way. So this volatility is crucial for understanding capital costs in Malaysia, particularly in conjunction with the Kuala Lumpur Interbank Offer Rate, which is CLIBOR. So the net present value, which is NPV, model reliance on a constant discount rate, which is R, complicates decision-making logic, especially in the face of variable economic conditions. So next, Fleischer and Besonson's findings support the need for precise data to ensure accurate analytical methods. So without such data, conclusions drawn may be speculative rather than reliable. So based on the graph that have shown in the report and slide, the contrast between stable interest rates in developed economies and the volatility observed in Malaysia underscores the challenges businesses face in evaluating investment. So for example, fluctuating rates significantly impact NPV calculations, highlighting the inadequacy of fixed rate assumptions for long-term investment planning. So that's all for my part. I will be passed with the next presenter.
Choosing an investment is always difficult and full of unknowns, especially in the ever-changing world of energy finance. The study reports offer insightful information about how investment risks are always changing and how interest rates fluctuate and why sophisticated financial models are necessary. The main conclusion of the study are summarized in this essay, which also discuss the investment risk, interest risk fluctuation, and the modified NPV model, energy security and sustainability, and the rationality of these financial decisions. Firstly, we got the investment risk level. The risk associated with investment changes over a project's life because there is less information available at first. There is more uncertainty, which makes investing particularly dangerous in the early stages. These hazards often decrease with the project's investment and the availability of further data. It is essential to comprehend this changing risk profile to make wise financial decisions. Investors need to understand that the early stages investment have greater risk, but the risk can be reduced as the project advances and have any doubts cleared up. Next, we have the interest rate changes. The study examines interest rate movements over a certain period of time in stable markets, including the UK, USA, and the Eurozones, plus Japan. These variables have big effects on the cost of capital, investment attractability, and overall financial performance. The capacity to identify these changes make appropriate judgments is essential for efficient financial planning and decision making to improve investment outcome. The study highlights how it is crucial to keep an eye on investment rates and incorporate this knowledge into financial strategies. Modify NPV models. The research has made a significant contribution by introducing a modified net present value, otherwise known as an NPV model. The assumption of fixed interest rates in the traditional NPV model can result in the erroneous investment evaluations. Variable interest rates are incorporated into the updated NPV model, which more accurately captures the dynamic nature of financial markets. Decision-making processes are enhanced because of these modifications, which offers more accurate evaluation of investment project. The updated model lowers the risk of financing investments and more closely match the real state of the economy by considering interest rate volatility. And lastly, we have the energy security and sustainability. Investment choice in the energy sector must be weighed economic goals against the more general social and environmental objections. The report emphasized how crucial it is to take sustainability and energy security into account when evaluating finance, the framework of which energy businesses conduct in their daily business operations.
An energy performance investment allows companies to pay for energy conservation measure ECM using a pay-as-you-save approach. Net present value is used to predict whether or not an investment, project, or business will be lucrative in the future. The net present value (NPV) of an investment is the sum of future cash flows over its lifetime. Discounted to the present value, NPV analysis takes into account the temporal value of money. According to the International Energy Agency (IEA), energy security refers to the consistent availability of inexpensive energy sources. Energy security includes various aspects. Long-term energy security is primarily concerned with making timely investment to delivering energy in response to economic developments and environmental demands. Energy security is crucial for economic growth and development. Reliable energy sources are essential for supporting industrial activity, powering businesses, and driving economic progress. Energy stability can lead to higher energy prices, affecting both enterprises and consumers. It's also essential for social stability. Interest rate wields substantial influence over organizational cash flows and profitability. When rise, debt servicing expenses escalate, potentially constraining funds available for growth initiatives and diminishing competitive edge. Businesses can mitigate these challenges by converting variable rate debt into fixed rate loans, holding financial reserves, implementing cost-saving measures, and leveraging available government assistance. Moreover, fostering a culture of sustainability through practice like recycling and using eco-friendly materials not only support environmental goals but also enhances resilience and employee engagement, contributing to long-term organization sustainability. Green energy security. Green energy security refers to the reliable and secure supply of electricity from renewable sources. Green energy has numerous benefits, but it might be challenging to attain security. High upfront costs investing in green energy infrastructure can be costly. Transitioning to green energy can be difficult for countries and enterprises, particularly in underdeveloped countries. Renewable energy sources, including solar and wind power, produce electricity intermittently. This can make it challenging to rely on these sources for baseload power, which is the minimum amount of power required for a country or region to run continuously. Storage challenges. While renewable energy sources can be stored in batteries or other energy storage systems, they can be expensive. Energy storage technologies are not yet efficient enough to make green energy a stable power source. Refusing to invest in green energy security can have serious consequences. It could lead to increased emissions. Additionally, burning fossil fuels emits greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change. Climate change can cause more extreme weather events, including droughts, floods, and heat wave. Additionally, it leads to increased pollution. Burning fossil fuels emits pollutants that can harm both human health and the environment. Higher energy bills are one of the other impacts as the global need for energy rises. So does the cost of energy. Investing in green energy security can lower energy costs and make energy more accessible for all. There are several reasons why a corporations may dump toxic waste into a river and not invest in green energy security. These short-sighted arguments can have negative impacts on both the environment and human health. Educating businesses on the benefits of investing in green energy security is crucial for environmental sustainability. NPV analysis, which involve forecasting future cash flows and applying an appropriate discount rate, typically 3 to 7% for energy efficiency projects, is reliable due to its incorporation of the time value of money, investment value, and risk. However, in emerging markets, interest rate volatility can challenge the reliability of traditional NPV models, necessitating the adoption of dynamic formulas to account for fluctuating rates, as inaccurate project selections could lead to insolvency and lost profits, underscoring the importance of precise long-term interest rate projections for sound investment decisions.